Hey, what's up? Tony from LearnAutobodyandPaint.com, and in this quick video I'm going to talk about the 24-hour El Cheapo paint job, something that I break down step by step within the VIP training section of the website, and I'll be happy to share this with you guys today. What I mean by the 24-hour paint job is these are paint jobs that you put on cars quick. Okay, usually from 12 to 24 hours, the whole thing is done, completely done. You're ready to pull it out of your garage or spray booth or whatever and drive it home. Okay, and with doing this 24-hour paint job, you usually, well, most of the time, this is the reason why it's a 24-hour paint job, is because you're banging out the job. You know, you're doing a quick paint job on it that's gonna look good. To sell it, to keep it, for a friend, for a cheap job that you're doing, you know, 1,500 bucks and under. And you're using single stage paints, okay? This is why you could speed up the painting process, cutting it in half by doing only 2 to 3 coats of paint, rather than 2 to 3 coats of base and 2 to 3 coats of clear. You know, it's double the time in the booth if you're doing a base coat, clear coat paint job. Okay, so let's quickly run down the checklist. If I missed something, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I just wrote this out quickly, and we're gonna do the time frame stuff live, no script, right on the spot right here. I didn't even think about it, but we're just going to go through it as we go through the checklist. So the first thing you're going to need for the 24-hour paint job is your enamel paint kit. Okay, you're going to need some type of enamel. You could do a synthetic enamel or an acrylic enamel, which is a little bit harder. You're going to put a hardener in your mixture. It'll be a harder, longer lasting single stage paint. Which is only going to cost you about 50 bucks more, give or take, okay? So if you're doing a synthetic, I would say a synthetic or acrylic paint enamel kit, 1 gallon kit, enough to paint a large car or truck, will run you about roughly, on the high side, okay? Average is about 100 bucks for the kit, high side up to 150, okay? And that's cheap, that's pretty damn good. Getting a complete setup of enamel paint, okay? You're going to need some sandpaper. Bondo, which is body filler. Okay, Bondo is body filler. Let me get the black marker here so you can see a little better. Sandpaper, Bondo, body filler, if you're going to be doing some minor dents, okay? If you got no dents, if you don't care about the dents, you're just going to paint right over, you know, light dents or whatever. It doesn't matter, okay? You're not going to need any of this, but if you're saying, hey, let me just fill a couple of dents quick, go ahead and mix up some Bondo, make sure your areas are sanded, your dented areas are sanded, fill, go around the whole car, take you about 15-20 minutes, let that dry 15-20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then hit it, go all around the car, take you another 30 minutes to flatten out all those areas, prime them quick with, I would do a 2K primer, not a lacquer primer, just to fill in your scratches. You go ahead and water sand it or DA over with like a 280 or something like that. But what I recommend is at least painting over a 280 grit or a 240 grit with enamel. Enamel is thick, and you don't have to go down to 400 grit like base coat, clear coat to paint over, okay? So sandpaper, I would say 280. If you want to go finer, 320 would be great to paint over, all right? So you can get the DA, put some 320 grits on it before you do your 280. If you have peeling areas, you know, clear peeling off, fading on the top of the roofs or the hoods, just make sure you DA and you sand them all out, smoothing everything out, feathering it all out, and then I would put a light coat of primer on top of that, and then maybe hit it with a quick water sand, 320, or even with a DA with 320, make sure it's dry, tack it all off, wax and grease, tack it all off, and you're ready for spraying. Okay, I'm just running through this quick, but we go more and more detail. We show you the whole thing live on video, exactly how to do a 24-hour paint job if you're interested in that, with the VIP course at LearnAutobodyandPaint.com is the VIP section. Alright, you're going to need some masking paper and tape. I really recommend using some good quality tape. I like American tape. It's the brand, it's American brand tape. Flexible, if you leave it in the sun for a few hours or a day and you peel the tape off, you're not going to have the glue stick to all your moldings and your glass and all that stuff. If you use the cheaper paints, cheaper tapes, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get all the glue stuck on it, you're going to have a hard time taking it off, and you're going to lacquer thinner. It's just a pain in the butt. So if you have a couple of bucks budget, $2-3 for a roll of tape, get some tape. You know, it's only going to take like 10 bucks in tape for you to tape the whole car up. All right, masking paper and tape, garbage bags. You might be thinking, what the hell does he need garbage bags for? Garbage bags, big black 50-gallon garbage bags. You open the bag up. I show you this on video within the training course. So this is just, you know, just a demo, okay? So just bear with me here. You just cut the bag in half, right? You open it up and you put it over your wheels, okay? These are wheel covers, cheap wheel covers. And then you just tape it so it doesn't flap all over the place while you're spraying. And that's that. You need 4 garbage bags for your wheel covers, okay? Garbage bags, wheel covers. Wax and grease remover to wipe down and clean your car before you're ready to paint. Of course, you're going to need some tack cloths, rags, and paper towels for all of that, right? Paper towels to wipe down your wax and grease remover. And your tack cloth at the very end before you start painting. Just go over the whole thing with a tack cloth because you want it as clean as possible. And you're not going to be tacking in between coats because this stuff gets sticky and you don't do that. With base coat, you tack between coats. But not on the clear coat stage. So let's just stick with the enamels. And then of course, I forgot to add in your primer and your glaze putty if you're doing the Bondo part. Okay, if you're doing the Bondo part, you're going to need the primer and the glaze putty, you know, if you want to make it look a little better. Okay, so let's run down through the time frame of getting these things done. So usually, okay, let's say we're working on a 4-door Honda, let's just make it a 2-door Honda Accord. You kind of know the size of this car, right? So if you really get down and dirty, you bust out the DA early in the morning, say you start at like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock a.m., you know, you woke up extra early, you ate some breakfast, you're ready to roll. It should take you to go around the whole car, I would say 3 to 4 hours to sand it down, okay? Sanding, 3 to 4 hours, okay? Getting it all sanded. I'm talking about going through it good, hitting your hood, fenders, maybe even less, okay? But just because I think that you're a beginner watching this, 3 to 4 hours, plenty of time. You should really be able to knock it out in about 2.5 to 3 hours, just going through it quick. All right, I've done 12-hour paint jobs, not even 12 hours, but about 12-hour paint jobs. Start in the morning, by the end of the night, you're ready to blast. Okay, and next day, you're done. Okay, sanding. If you're doing a little bit of body work, primer, Bondo, all that other stuff, I would tack on another two hours or so. Okay, filling light dents and all that. Then you're gonna, wash the car down, blow it off, or whatever you want to do. I really recommend washing it. So it's good if it's a sunny, nice sunny day. You wash the car out. You make sure it's all clean. Take all that dust off. Let it sit in the sun for about an hour. So clean, wash, 1 hour. Okay, after it's sitting in the sun, you bring it back into the shop or your garage. You want to go over the whole car with an air chuck with your air compressor, blowing out all the seams. Okay, you're going to see some dust fly out. You're going to see a little bit of water coming out because it's the worst thing when you're painting and a bead of water comes out of your seam or something. Then you're like, oh crap, you're screwed because you can't really do nothing about it. You got to get a rag and a little towel and like dab it out and then just go over it and just try to bury it with your paint. Okay, clean, wash, mask. Masking can take some time, especially if you want to do a good job masking. I would just put 2 hours on it. 2 hours, you take your time, you do a great job masking, okay? After masking, you're going to clean again. Clean with wax and grease. Sorry for my messed up look, but we're just put on 30 minutes. 30 minutes for that. And then tacking, another 15 minutes. So let's just say cleaning, wax, grease remover, all of that, getting it ready for paint. Also mixing your paint in the booth. Let's just say all that takes 1 hour. Let's just say 1.5 hours. Okay, we're going to add this all up in a little bit. Okay, so what do we have over here? We got, let's just say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5 hours of working. Okay, working. Now you can split this up into 2 days, or if you feel like you can do it, paint it that night, okay? It's gonna take about, I would say, 1 hour to paint your car. Give or take, 1 hour to paint your car. So you're looking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half, 12 hours roughly to do a complete paint job on a car. And this is like real broken down, this is real doable. It's not made up numbers, this is what I do. And you could actually do them faster if you really want to. So if you have the energy, if you think you could do it, take the extra hour, spray it at night, next morning, take the tape off, you're done. If you want to break it up to a 24-hour paint job, like they do, some of my members do, you do all this one day, right? Next morning, you paint your car. Then you're going to have to let it sit for about 5-6 hours till it's dry to the touch, right? Dry to the touch. Then you can just let it sit on the side for a couple more. For the rest of the day, I wouldn't go, you know, crazy driving it around the rain and all that. But that's basically it. You could do it, paint it, have it done and painted in one day by the end of the night if you start early. Or get all the body work done, have it all ready to roll. All you have to do the next morning is go in and tack it and shoot it, which is going to take you about 2–2.5 hours. Then you're going to let it sit for the rest of the day. You know, I keep it in the garage or in the booth, whatever you're doing. And that's it. 24-hour paint job. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. So again, it's Tony from LearnAllAboutItInPaint.com. If you're on YouTube right now, click and comment below. I'd love to hear back from you. Click the description, the link in the description if you're on YouTube. It'll go over to the blog at LearnAllAboutItInPaint.com where you can get an 85-page auto body and paint manual that'll tell you more about all this stuff, give you great information, and also check out our VIP section. We have thousands of members that have joined us worldwide learning about auto body and paint in step-by-step detail. Things like this all on video. We also cover pearl painting, body kit installation, customization, Lamborghini doors, painting with candies, flakes, and pearls, body panel replacement, everything all in video, step by step, with complete full support. It was amazing, nothing like it. If you're on the blog right now, comment below. I would love to hear back from you. And thanks for watching. It's Tony from LearnAllAboutItInPaint.com. Ciao.